Today I'm going to show you how to solve equations using the distributive property. You should be familiar with the distributive property already. 1, 2, and 3, I am basically going to show you how to simplify when you are supposed to be using the distributive property. And then number 4 and 5, I'm actually having you solve an equation using the distributive property. But at first you need to know even what to do when you see parentheses and you have to distribute. So number 1, you have 4 parentheses x minus 2 close parentheses. So here, whatever number is on the outside of the parentheses, you have to multiply to every term inside the parentheses. So you got to do 4 times x, which equals 4x, and then you got to do 4 times, and it's negative 2, not positive 2, so don't forget that it's minus 2. So what's 4 times negative 2? It is negative 8. So that expression simplifies to 4x minus 8. The next one, number 2, you have negative 2 on the outside of the parentheses, so you got to multiply everything by negative 2. So negative 2 times y is negative 2y, and negative 2 times positive 6 is negative 12. So that expression simplifies to negative 2y minus 12. Our next one, we have just a negative. Since there's no number there, it's understood that it's a 1, so negative 1. So we got to multiply by negative 1 by everything inside. So negative 1 times 10 is negative 10, and negative 1 times negative b is plus b, a positive b. So that's how you would simplify number 3. Okay, so let's look at number 4. If we're wanting to solve this equation for x, but we have to distribute first. So we do 3 times x, which is 3x. And then we do 3 times negative 1, which is minus 3, or negative 3. That is equal to 6. Now, we just solve this equation like our normal two-step equation. We want to solve for x, we want to get x by itself, so we got to move that negative 3 with a minus 3 over to the other side with the 6. So to move it, we got to add 3 to both sides of the equation, and so 3x equals 6 plus 3 is 9, and then to solve for x, 3 is being multiplied by x, so then you got to divide by 3. To simplify that down, those 3's will cancel out because 3 divided by 3 is 1. So x is equal to 9 divided by 3, which is equal to 3. Okay, let's look at number 5. There's a little more steps involved here. First, we want to do the distributive property. So 3 times y is 3y. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. Now, we only multiply the 3 with the stuff in the parentheses, so we're not going to multiply the 3 with the 6 because this plus 6 is not inside the parentheses. So then we're just going to rewrite the plus 6, and that equals 21. Before we start moving stuff to the other side, we want to look, do we have any like terms? Can we simplify on one side? And we do. We have a negative 3 and a plus 6. So that can be simplified down to negative 3 plus 6 will be simplified down to a positive 3, and that's going to equal 21. And to get y by itself, we got to move this plus 3 to the other side. So the opposite of adding 3, we got to subtract 3 from both sides. So 21 minus 3 is 18. So we have 3y equals 18. And to solve for y, we got to divide both sides by 3. So y is equal to 18 divided by 3, which is equal to 6.